What's up guys, Nakama here, and as promised in the title of the video, I have unbanned every single card in the Yu-Gi-Oh card game, and I am making a Discord server where you can play this format. Now, the server only has a few people available, it has all the cards, and it also even has a certain anime cards that are allowed. And this new format where all the other band cards are available is called Ultra Grass format. And basically the format balances itself by using something called a balanced pack. So how it works is something like this. Okay, a person who's trying to make a deck can only choose one balanced pack and they're locked into it. So for example, if a person decides to use the band pack barrier, they can only use this band pack barrier. They can't use the cards in the chaos balanced band pack. Balanced pack. I just called it band pack here. And yeah, this was the only method I could think of that was, realistically allow us to play with all our band cards. So yes, technically you're not like free. There is hard restrictions on it so that we don't make this format into a complete joke. But I think this is a very interesting balanced method, mainly because certain band cards aren't that impressive if you don't combine them with other cards. And most importantly, I also want to talk about game design, what I think is fair, what I think isn't fair, and doesn't create a very fun situation. And yeah, I am making this video after watching a bunch of people react to the banlist of October. That's October 3rd that came out recently. Snow got banned, Hulk got banned, good bans. But Mystic Mind survived, strangely enough. So yeah, and by watching this video, I think you will also know what my opinions are when it comes to the ban list and what I consider to be a good or fair cards and what are not fair, and how I attempted to balance trying to bring out every single ban card from the format from the entire history of Yu-Gi-Oh! So the first balanced pack, if a balanced pack has like 10 plus cards, it's considered a main ban pack, and it's also a ban pack that I want people to choose. I mean, I kind of admitted to this, but I also don't feel very guilty about this, because there are certainly like cards that aren't that like overpowered, the cards that can lose, but at the same time they're so cancerous and annoying that you don't want people to play it, or maybe they just create very unfun situations. So the first banlist pack and ban pack barrier. So yes, you can choose this balanced pack and just play entirely a barrier statue deck, style deck. MVT a few years ago made a video about deck showcasing that. Basically, the barrier statues are such cancerous dog shit of a card design. Konami made 6 of these cards, and it is annoying. It's so annoying and so cancerous. It just ends the game outright on the first turn. Like watching Blue Wanderers play anything other decks is so annoying, simply because the Flu player going first just searches this card, normal summons or special summons this card, and the other player just scoops because they can't special summon. Like, Konami needs to stop printing these extremely stun cards. They're extremely brain dead and extremely broken. Like, at least combo players do broken stuff, but they do have several choke points, and they need a little bit of brain power at least to make those broken plays. But the barrier statues are just so broken. And I don't think that Blue Wanderers is necessarily bad in this Ultra Grass format. If anything, it's actually really good, because I nerfed the shit out of tier elements, sprites. I think I almost killed sprites, but I mean, it's still playable. But like, I hit it hard. I only like hit a bit of I only hit one card from Mathmech, one card from Exorcister, and Flew Wanderers. I forgot. I thought that the banning the barrier statue was enough, but it actually might not be. They might just choose this balance pack because Flew Wanderers, they use part of extravagance. Use Mystic Mine. Mystic Mine got hit hard. Yeah, I don't like that. We're going to talk about that card in the future, but yeah, I didn't hit Flo under his Flu. Flu can play floodgates, but it doesn't have to be to play that to be good. But generally, I think I also tried to hit Flu with this barrier station. But mostly, I just really don't like this card, which is why there's only 6 cards in this balance pack. If I like this, the barrier statues, I'll include other cards so that people might choose this balance pack more. Generally, the more cards in a balance pack, the more of a chance people will choose it. But yeah, I didn't hit Flu as hard as I could have. But I also think the barrier statues are the most cancerous aspect of Flu. Like it using D-Shifter is fine, because D-Shifter is a much more fair card and only like hits tier elements, maybe Sprite. But I mean, I guess it hits the Ronin recruitment from Graveyard, but I never saw like Sprite struggling against D-Shifter. So yeah, I think it hurts. Blue Wanderers is just a really good deck because it can play against tier elements with D-Shifter, and it works perfectly in that deck. And it can also stun tier elements with the barrier statues. Balance Spec Chaos is, I mean, it has only 9 cards, but I kind of consider it to be a main pack. But yeah, Missile Summon Gazelle. Maybe Gazelle should be at 2. I don't know. I think I should have put Gazelle too. Maybe if I after the format progresses a little, I might support these things. Part of Desire is the one. I also think Desire should be hit even harder. I could have put this at 2, but I don't want to because it's so strong. Like tier elements play it. Like so long as your deck isn't like holding any crucial stuff like certain package that you are afraid of banishing, you're always going to play this card. This card's insane. And yeah, MX Invoker is an insane card. And yes, I am fully aware that Zodiac, Rat Peer, and Invoker are in the same balance pack, so Zodiacs get a huge boost. But I don't know if Zodiacs can pump up and beat tier elements, Sprite and Mathmech, I'll be happy. I haven't really been very active in the area where Zodiacs were top tier, so I'm kind of interested in seeing that format myself. And Monkey Board 2, but I don't think Pendulums will use this balance spec. Maybe they will, but I think, yeah, Hell Metal Foes Electromite is also off the balance because, I unbanned every single card, so I think the Pendulum players might choose that pack. But, if Pendulum wants to use this balance spec, they have this option. Who knows, maybe they use Desires. I don't know, maybe there's some sort of a combo with it. Chaos Ruler, this card got recently banned, and it's super good in tier elements and the Punk engine. And yeah, it's kind of easy to make too, honestly. And yeah, but I think this card is honestly fair. So, and it doesn't really do anything cancerous like lock you out like floodgates or, I don't know, make infinite loops, like something like the infinite loop. Yeah, you can it's just a really, really good card. And Cimooooo is also a really good card. I think this card is fine if you just put it outside of the barrier statue. You can use it along with the barrier statues. But this card is really good too, because Tri Brigade is not a bad deck. And also you can play like a Flu Wanderers Tri Brigade deck and just special summon Apex Avian from your deck. That sounds really insane. But I'm fine with that. I hit a lot of the floodgates out of the game, so I think even if you summon Apex Avian out of your deck, I hope it's manageable. We have Dark Ruler no more at 3. I'm keeping it at 3 because board breaking is important. I like cards that are board break. But yeah, I think this card really makes me want to hit Apex Avian. and put it on another balance pack. But because currently Apex Avian is not hit at all. But yeah, I guess Cimooooo it's very problematic card design but it's so cool. There are a lot of good winged beast monsters that you can really like pull out from your deck. Title, I honestly don't think it does anything. Yeah, Dinos will probably choose this pack. I mean, Miscellaneous is still the crazy card. Yeah, I mean, it does protect dinosaur cards pretty hard, but like, it's just protection. I think it's fine. I think it kind of like plays around the Dark Ruler no more, right? Yes, it activates in the graveyard, but like, it's fine. Like, so, Misk is fine. It was fine. Like when like Dino was at Dino when Misk was legal, Dino was good, really good, one of the top tiers of the meta, but it wasn't that overbearing. It wasn't that cancerous, right? And yeah, Balance Pack Cyber Jar does absolutely nothing. Into the Void doesn't do anything. Trap Dust Shoot is good, but it's only good when you're going first and it discards and you're opening a hand. Any other circumstances, brick. And also, I forgot to mention, there was one balanced. Yeah, this format is really weird. I really want to make a fun format and with a very goofy rule set. So, in this format, if you want to play in this, you have to make a 60 card deck. Also, you can make a 30 card extra deck and a 30 card side deck. I think I should show you guys what I'm talking about first before anything else. So yeah, this is, for example, the deck list for the format. Also, first of all, I think I really made a stupid decision. Mothman, I didn't hit Mothman either, so this is a tier limit list. So you go exceed the 60 card by doing this. There's no point of playing Falco. Malicious is at 3 in this format. Yeah, this is my tier limit deck for the Ultra Grass format. Yeah, and yeah, the reason that I'm not also using some of the more cards such as Zero Boros. Oh wait, Zero Boros should not be in here. Zero Boros got in a different balance pack. This is the anime version of the Utopia. Like this is such a weird thing, right? But like I think this is really cool also because this deck is not playing the Zero Boros. It's not on the sprite stuff because I made so that you have to choose either between the sprite, something like Sprite Elf or Gigantic or Kit Kalos because they're all in different balance packs. So yeah, I made this deck using Balance Pack War. Balance Pack War has Kit Kalos and Curious as the band cards. And also this card format, Jesus Christ, has skills. Yes, this format is very fun. I really wanted to like allow all the other cards from the Yu-Gi-Oh card game, all of them that was in the TCG. But I also wanted to do something even more fun and expand and make the game more skill based, but also fun and goofy. And I think skills is a really good way to make the game more consistent and also very fun. And currently, EdoPro allows you to use certain duel links, very few duel links skills, and mostly speed duel skills. You can just put it in your deck, and it will. When you like play a game with your opponent, you will be able to use the skill. So that's really cool. And yeah, and I guess I really wanted to use Sprite because I'm a meta junkie, but I really want to see how good the Sprite engine is without its extra deck, because you can just Sprite Smashers for a punch, and also use Blues effect and Jets effect to thin your deck out. So this is the typical deck of how a Ultra Grass format deck looks like. Very chaotic, but I think it will be very fun and will create a very fun and interesting deck building. I mean, for God's sakes, I'm playing Malicious of all things. Yeah, the idea is there's something like you can't use Cimooooo with the barrier statues because you have to choose one balance pack. If you choose Chaos, you can play Cimooooo, but not the not the barrier statues. So I think that should stop Cimooooo doing cancerous shit. But like this format is still going to have a lot of broken shit simply because I unbanned a lot of cards. But it's something that we can improve with experience. I'm currently more experienced than how I was, a year ago, but I still need more experience in understanding why certain cards are banned and why certain cards are broken. Yeah, I think it'll be a very interesting format if you guys could participate in it. And Block Dragon, yeah, Block Dragon and Crystal Hulky Firebrax being the same balance pack is but it's fine. I think it's fine. And Block Dragon is a very good card, but I think it's a very fair card. Like it's not. It doesn't. Unlike the barrier statues or like something like Vanity's Emptiness or Jin, it doesn't do anything cancerous. It's just it's just a pure gas card. You need skill to use it. You need to play a specific rock deck to use it. It's still an insanely good card. Undoubtedly. Instant Fusion is also an insane card. I have to put it in this balance pack so that tier limits stop abusing this card. And also, did I put Nickelodeon here? Yeah, I think I did. Yeah, I did. And I also put Exorcister Casabdale here. If you're playing an Exorcister deck, most likely you're going to choose this balance pack because there's 2 cards that you need. I just want to hit Exorcisters because it seemed really good. And yeah, Exorcisters is a fine deck. I don't have any hatred towards it. If anything, I think it's a very cool design. But it's a very reactive deck, and it also has some insane effects if your opponent plays from the graveyard. And let's be honest, most decks do. And I also put Broad Bull here. And yeah, I think, I'm really curious to know if people would choose the Broad Bull. Zodiac players will choose the Broad Bull deck or the balance pack with the Rapier and Invoker, because but I guess they probably will most likely choose they most likely choose this set mainly because Cimooooo is also in this, so it's Cimooooo, Xavier Invoker, Zodiac. Yeah, they have 3 cards like Zodiac's Tribrigades. I almost think Winged Beasts are one archetypes. Yeah, they will probably choose this balance pack, and it's strong. It's really strong. But so yeah, Broad Bull is an option, but I don't think it's the best option. But who knows? Reasoning is a good card. Like Instant Fusion is a good card. Crystal Hulky Firebrax is a really good card, and I don't think you can make access code lines easily without Hulk. So maybe the Zodiac players might choose this balance pack simply because Hulk exists. Many people will probably choose this balance pack because of Hulk. Yeah, like extra deck monsters are so good. Balance pack Dark. And yeah, I put Snatch Steel to 2 because I really appreciate board breakers. Board breakers are genuinely good. Unless that board breaker is Mystic Mine, but Mystic Mine isn't exactly a board breaker in the typical sense. It's just an annoying card that makes the game just end. People just not stop playing. Has a Mystic Mine. But yeah, generally Snatch Steel. Change of Heart is at 3 in this format, and Snatch Steel is at 2. I still think Snatch Steel is very much more stronger than Change of Heart because it's an equip card. So they can just arm and just grab Snatch Steel to use it as an interruption. So, and Change of Heart is a pure board breaker, so it's a much more healthy card. Snatch Steel, you can use it as an interruption, so it's kind of annoying. If you like have an arm going first, it's really annoying. Quite possibly, but there's also like Super Poly is still a free, so I don't think Snatch Steel is as annoying as Super Poly, because you can't respond to Super Poly. Like at least with Snatch Steel, you can like destroy it with MSD or destroy it. Just make Nightmare Phoenix. It being a equip card is it makes it strong but also weak. There's a lot of good supports for equips, but it's an equip card. It can be destroyed. Armageddon Knight, I did separate this from tiers, but yeah, I don't think this card's very good. And yeah, Tinky is also here, but I don't think the older Wing Beast cards are going to just play this battle spec because of one Tinky. Most likely, they're just going to play the packback of the Cimoooooos and the Invokers. Some Limit is an okay card, but I know people complain about it, and it is very annoying too. You know, it just makes going first all the more good. I really don't want going first cards to be good. I really don't want going first to be good, mainly because you know, if a format has a going first is good kind of mentality, it just shows that making a board is easy. Containing a board is easy. Like I know it's supposed to be balanced, but generally, you want boards to be very breakable because you know that's so that you can have a back and forth gameplay. You know comebacks happen, and you don't want snowballs to happen. Some limited just creates a snowball situation. Like you can even play this at a tier limit deck. And we just go full combo, turn one, blah, 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 and then just you activate some limit on your opponent's turn. But like, it's not necessarily good at on tier limit, merely because Harness exists, and Harness is a much better interruption that doesn't stop your own plays. But yeah, some limit is fine at one. It's not that much of a cancerous card. Like this is considered a main balance pack. It has 9 cards. I probably will support this balance pack in the future. Balance pack dimension. This only has 4 cards: Giant Tornado, Dimension Fusion, Cold Wave, and Mind Master. Mind Master is no FTK enabler. Like it's not strong. Even if like in MBTs, it always like is used in MBTs, but like it doesn't do anything. I almost think I should put this in the main balance pack simply because you know it's an FTK that's kind of bad. You have to play psychics, and I don't think a full psychic deck just trying to play this one off is good. A good necessarily good strategy. I guess you could play Virtual World with this. Virtual World is a no. What am I fucking saying? It's a worm. So yeah, of course. I mean, it has some psychics. I knew there was some psychics there, but like, it doesn't work out. So yeah, I don't think my master will be broken. But Cold Wave is an actual card. So yeah, maybe I could move my master to a different balance pack. But the other cards, no way. Like Giant Tornado, you can like use those cards. You can activate Tenki again, I guess. Yeah, Giant Tornado is problematic in that sense. But I don't think people will just choose this balance pack, and that's the idea because I put a lot of unhealthy cards that I consider unhealthy to be in like small bad packs with a small card size. I might move Mind Master off of this, honestly. Balance Pack Divine. It has 11 cards. It's super busted out of the ass. Yeah, I think I might have made a mistake. I mean, might have made this Divine Pack too good. Grass is very interesting in this format. It's almost useless when you're going first because 60 card deck. What the hell are you supposed? Every deck is 60 cards. So, but if you're going second, your opponent like is playing tier elements and they pop off and they just mill their whole deck and have like 40 cards left in their deck after turn 1. Then you use grass and mill 20. So going second is not that bad, but you have to have this in your opening hand. So yeah, I also think this could be at 2. I also think this could be at 3. But just to make the balance pack stronger, I just put it here. Terraforming is a good card. Sword Frog is a good card, but I separated it from totally awesome and Sprite Engine. So it's a hit on sprites. So I don't think it's very good as alone. Cyberstein is funny, but also we are playing this format in a 16,000 life points. Yeah, my idea and vision for this Ultra Grass format is that we have 16,000 life points and make the boards easier to break so we can have a very like long-lasting back and forth gameplay. I'm really okay with games lasting long. Like it's not like I'm trying to run a tournament with dozens of people like Konami. I'm just trying to have fun with friends and make good content. And good content is a back and forth gameplay, in my opinion. A lot of board breaking and cool stuff happening, and like comebacks happening. So yeah, combo cards are great. Cyberstein is a nice board breaker, but I don't think this card it's not very good. I mean, does this card do anything? It's still limited in the TCG, right? Yeah, this is also one card that got separated from Spirals. I did give Spirals Master Plan, so if Spiral is still kind of shit after I gave the Master Plan, I'm just going to put this resort in the balance pack where Spiral is. Dandelion, this card's insane. And yeah, you could play it in a Tearlament deck and just do some crazy shit with it. But like Tearlaments have to not choose Curious, or they have to abandon Kalos to choose this balance pack, which I don't think it's they will do. Angel Leaf is a broken ass card. Why is it in this main balance pack? My logic is so stupid. This card is so broken. But my logic in defending it is that sometimes you draw this card while you have low than 9,000 life points in a top deck situation or when the game progresses. Because in like this game isn't going to be like the TCG where the game only lasts for like 1 or 2 turns, 3 turns or something. Your board's going to be break, and you won't get OTK'd because you have 16,000 life points, so you'll always board break back. So your life points might go below 9,000, and you might still be standing. So if you draw this card during that circumstance, it's useless. Also, it kind of like makes people want to use the more cards that gain life point, like in conjunction, so they can use Ancient Leaf consistently. I kind of really like that strategy, so I will allow this card. Laval Chain is an insane card. It's a better Foolish Burial because it's an extra deck monster that's so easy to make. Yeah, this card is broken. Just be thankful that I didn't put this in this card and separate this from the balance pack war where Tearlament, Kalos, and Curious are located. But maybe Tearlaments might try to actually play this balance pack. But I don't think so. Like Kalos Milfire is better. Beatrice is here. Burning Abyss will probably play this. Zeus is also here. Yeah, this balance pack is really cracked, honestly. Balance pack for Pack Earth is alright. Gizmic Orochi is a really strong card. Like I think Jeff Jones said this card was Fairy Tail Snow Jr. And I completely agree with this card. This card is insane. And also is very good in this format in specific, simply because banishing the top 8 cards of your deck and banishing 3 cards from your extra deck is not a cost at all, because banishing your deck when you have 60 card deck doesn't do anything. And also banishing 3 cards from your extra deck really doesn't do anything because we have 40 card extra deck. So yeah, this card is going to be extra good on top of it being played on Tearlaments. So we have to stop Tearlament players playing this card. Metaverse is here solely here because I don't want Mystic Mine players to play this. Mystic Mine is in a different balance pack. Dark River is here. Again, I don't want Tearlaments to be abusing this. Yeah, I think I should not have separated this card from Engage and Hornet Drones. But I don't know. I think this is just a hit on Sky Strikers. Because, but then again, Sky Strikers only keep winning because of Mystic Mine, I heard. Like, it's still a really good deck. I kind of am wary of it. But, I still love Strikers. Maybe if I really wanted to play Strikers, and wanted other people to play Strikers more efficiently, I will put it back in the same Bandless pack as Engage. Tempest this year, Gofu is here, like insane cards. You might be wondering why is Abyss Dweller is here, and is this card good against Tier? Like, yes, but Tearlaments themselves also played. I just hate this card simply because it makes Tearlament mirrors so boring. Like, whoever makes Abyss Dweller first just wins. But like, I get it. It's good against Tearlaments, so it's good against meta. But we have D-Shifter and it's at 3. And Abyss Dweller is just D-Shifter on crack. Worst of all, unlike D-Shifter, you can respond to it. there is no card that lets you respond to exist materials being detached, and this motherfucker like activates this effect during the like draw phase of your opponent's turn. So, and it's the extra deck monster, so it being consistently like being available to people. Everyone is just no. Like these shifter, you have to draw it. Main deck monsters are fine. Like these shifter is whatever, and you also have to go minus with it. Like Abyss Dweller, like yes, this has low stats and doesn't do anything other than its graveyard effect, but it's so strong. It is so strong. Yeah, Melfos. I don't care if Pendulums use Abyss Dweller. Good for them. LP. Yeah, Dragon Leaks are really good, and also a lot of Dragon League monsters were banned, and I brought them all back. Yeah, so yes, Dragon League could use this balance back and use a Dweller against Tillmans, but I think it's fine. Plus, I think I like almost like the 7 Chaos Emeralds or 7 Dragon Balls. I separated all the Dragon League monsters and put them in different balance packs because I really don't want to disrespect Dragon League. It's crazy. And Verte is back. Verte is an okay card if it only is allowed to spam out Dragoon. If it spams out Destiny Hero, Destroy Phoenix Enforcer, it's still insane. But I separated, Destiny Hero, Destroy Phoenix Enforcer in a different... I mean, I didn't do anything with Enforcer. I put Destiny Fusion to 2 and put it in a different balance pack. Yeah, it's at 3 in the TCG, but I don't have to follow them. Yeah, I think it being at the 2 and in a balance pack is more fair, especially since Verte is here. In order to enable the Verte plays, I have to hit Fusion Destiny. Yeah, and so long as this card is only used to make Dragoon and make monsters weaker than Dragoon, it's fine. And yeah, I really like Dragoon. I really like playing Dark Magician and having Red Eyes in my deck. And Dragoon spamming is not that impressive in modern 2020 Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't think it's even going to beat something like Math Mech, or even like a butchered version of Tier Element and Sprites, which is in this format. They might even if I cut Tier Elements and a crippled Sprite and Tier Element, they're still very, very strong cards. Sprites is still the second best deck arguably in this format, and on top of that, Ronin Totem is a crazy card. I never really thought about it. I always thought that Substitute was the problem, but the more you think about it, Ronin Totem is an insane card. Balance pack, Fire. Yeah, I'm really scared of Summon Sorcerers, and rightfully so, I think. It can grab any monsters. It just has to be the same type. Yeah, it's insane. And Gem Knight is apparently using a Gem Knight OTK. Cards that replaces names and effects can be really broken, but it's fine. I separated a lot of stuff, and even then, Gem Knight OTK, you won't be able to reach, even if you are able to reach 8k life points. We are playing this format in a 16,000 life points. Wow! Increasing the life points to 16,000 that just changes all the problems in Yu-Gi-Oh! All the other FTK decks just stops working. And I'm so glad it stops working. Because, who likes zero turn kills where you just kill your opponent before it's their turn, Zero Boros is here mainly because I don't want Tier Elements to be using it. And also I genuinely think it's a really good card. You can use this in conjunction with Gizmek Orochi, Desires, and just any card that banishes stuff. And it can be insane. Yeah, I guess poor old Grandmaster players, maybe punish them hard, but Tillmans are trying to abuse it, and I won't have that. And Elder Entity Norton is an insane card, undoubtedly. But so long as I separate this card from Instant Fusion and Daigusto Emerald, I think it's fine. I did know why this card was banned, and so I did separate this card from Daigusto Emerald, Instant Fusion, and all other cards that make this card easily. I mean, Zodiacs can make it easily, I guess. But yeah, if they choose the spell spec, they could make it easily. 1-for-1 is also here, and so but I did successfully separate this card from Scientist Substitute, stuff like that. But like, Substitute is honestly a fine card, honestly. Maybe I was just too paranoid about it. Grinder Golem. I'm really scared about this card. This card token generation is uncalled for, and you can also loop it back. But like, it's fine. I genuinely think you need to like invest so much just to loop this card. Archdem versus Protos, yeah, I have to give Sword Soul something. I don't like this card's design, but you know, if it makes Sword Soul playable, whatever, I guess. But you know, yeah, I'm fully aware of this card being like insane, but if it really comes down to it, I'll probably just hit Sword Soul. Most likely they are the ones going to be abusing this card. Yeah, this is also a hit on Telements. Yeah. If I want Telements to like feel pity for them, maybe I'll just move this card to Balance Pack War. But nah, Telements are really good. Even after I like nerfed them hard. Balance Pack goes in. Yeah, boy, Magical Scientist is here. And goes in Magic Skill Drain. Honestly, Skill Drain probably doesn't deserve this harsh hit. But I don't know. It truly does drain the skill out of the game. Even if at 1, it's just a second 1-off. Ghost Match is very annoying. I don't really like these cards where you just flip and you just win against certain decks. Like, and I also really like, you know, a mishmash of a mutant deck where you are playing so many different archetypes. I really don't want people to hit those types of good stuff decks, because you know it's fun seeing like all these different archetypes being played in the same deck. And I don't like Ghost Match at all. Scientist is a truly cancerous card. Holy shit! But yeah, I think it's hit hard, this hard. I don't think people like meta decks will not play it. Sprite will not play it. Telements will not play it. Mathmech will not probably play it. I did hit one Mathmech card in one thing. I also hit Necrovalley and Exorcist card in another balance pack. Yeah, so hitting other cards also isn't me trying to be just mean. It's also for me to avoid letting meta decks use these broken ass cards. Yeah, balance pack Graceful, yes. Free insane card, Graceful Great Maxi. You all know what these cards do. But you know, in a 60 card deck, the chances of you drawing this free card is really low. But you know, we have Extravagance at free, so yeah, Extravagance does make things more consistent. Rongo Miniat is an insane card. But you know, you have to be playing warriors. Your consistency is heavily hit in a 60 card deck, so maybe you won't be able to make Rongo consistently, but this card is so cancerous. And when you reach the 4th effect, it just becomes cancerous. But you know, trying to make a Rongo with a 4 material might be hard, might be not consistent enough to beat the meta, I think. Balance Pack Reed, this is the main balance pack. And yes, I did bring Denglong, the first of the Yang Zing, but like, it's fine. Like, you guys are so paranoid. When was this card banned? When was this card banned? I need to search that, okay? But like, it was banned so long ago. And like, yes, but like, it doesn't do anything like degenerate. It's just a really good card that has a powerful combo piece. Yes, it's Dark Ruler No More proof. When this card leaves the field, there's a stupid ass strong effect. But you know what? In the format of Mathmech and T elements and like stuff like that is running around, if Sword Soul plays this deck and becomes top tier, I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind at all. Lone Fire Blossom is insane. Also, I just realized I put Ding Long and the Mecha Phantom Beast in the same in the battle spec. This battle spec is insane for Sword Soul specifically because of this card. But yeah. And also Lone Fire Blossom is here mostly because I want plant decks, specifically Rika, to use this balance pack and not just jump into other balance pack with other cancerous card. Gateway of the 6 insane card. I'm not going to put this at 3 or something. Maybe putting this at 2 will be funny and it will be a huge boost if I really want 6 Sam to be like be in the meta game. I also might do that actually. But yeah. And also Redux is here. Well, the Dragon Wyvern persons. I wanted to like separate this. Then I just realized if I do that, then their effects become worthless, and that's just no fun. So yeah, I'm not no fun zone. I'm trying to not no fun zone. I have certain ideas of what is fun and what is cool. And yeah, these cards are cool. It's still limited one in TCG. I honestly don't know why these cards are limited in the first place. Yeah, Draco Slayer is fine. Maybe I should put this at 2. And I'm going to like not like ultra free this mainly because I want people to choose, the main balanced packs and not the cancerous packs that I consider to be unfun. Yeah, I guess I do consider Aurorodon to be fun, so long as the meta decks are not using it, okay? And yeah, Ghost Hark is fine. Part of Extravagance is extra good in this format, simply because we have 40 extra deck, so banishing 6 random reduces the chance of you hitting your important key combo piece, key combo extra deck monster significantly. It's really much more stronger in this format because of 40 card extra decks. Imperial Order, Pelvic Choice, 6 steps. Absolutely broken and cancerous cards that win you the game if you draw them. So yeah, they have to be in their separate balance pack. Balance pack light. We have Zodiac Barrage. This card is insane, but I also separate this from all the other Zodiac supports like Trident. Where the hell is Trident? Where the hell did I put Trident in? Oh my god, did I not put Trident in anything? I think I actually forgot about Trident. But yeah, I think Zodiac Barrage is fine if I like separate from other Zodiac stuff. Yeah, Zodiac players still have to choose. I didn't just make Zodiac's tier 0 again. Performance Path Plush Fire, it's fine. I also separate this from the other, Pendulum stuff. I don't know, maybe I just didn't like. I love Pendulums, but I don't love it that much to the point of making it tier 0 or like tier 1, I guess. Maybe I just really wanted to see if I like separate everything. Does that make tier element Math Mech? And I still think Math Mech is. I heard some really good news about Math Mech, and Sprite are still meta, to see if it's still meta in this current iteration, and then like move some other stuff around to support the other old card decks, and make them good. Harpour is here. Snow is here. Snow is obviously insane. But when you're separated from tier elements, how good are you is the question. And also, yeah, I made it so Math Mech can play Snow. Maybe that was a mistake, in all honesty. Which is also why I'm so afraid of Math Mech, because they have access to Snow. And the Gusta Emerald is here because I don't want it to be in the same format as Norton. But then again, like Emerald is genuinely a good card simply because you can like cycle out all your extra deck monsters that are limited to 1 and like put it back in your extra deck and use it again. But like that's fine. I think that's honestly fair because you're committing this card, trying to summon this useless card to rotate that. So it's still an investment. So yeah, I think that Gusta Emerald is a fine card. And Fusion Destiny to 2, it's insane, but it's not insane enough to take over this format. The Demise of the Land, it's just here to mess with Mystic Mine. I don't want Mystic Mine players to search this. But in general, this is, Field Spell searchers in general are really good cards. Fuck, I forgot why this card was banned. Yeah, it's banned because of burn damage. I honestly think this card, even at free, will be fine simply because we have 16,000 life points in this format. But whatever, I want FTK players to choose a certain main ban pack instead of some cancerous shit. Instead of just going crazy, And balance pack Masterpiece. Masterpiece to 1. Yeah, Masterpieces are honestly fine. Like, when the MBT makes unbans this card and True Draco plays this card without any hindrance, it doesn't really do anything. Most of the time it just bricks, and even if you do bring it out, it's not unbeatable. Yeah, you can still out it very easily. Like, not very easily, but you can still out it. There are moments where this card takes games, but like we have Dark Ruler no more. Wait, Dark Ruler, does Dark Ruler no more work on this? It kind of works on this, right? It has to. And also Shockmaster is here. Shockmaster is the truly busted ass card. If anything, I think more than Masterpiece are one of in the main deck. I'm actually more afraid of Shockmaster because this card is really dangerous. You can also very easily make this card. So yeah. But I think this card is fine. Like, if you only have 4 cards in this balance pack, most meta decks won't use it, and those non-meta decks who try to use it. This is a very dangerous zone, mainly because so long as you have a combo engine, maybe something like a wind-up or something. Does wind-ups have level 4? I mean, wind-ups can play it, but I also unbanned Zemedi. Oh, wait. Wind-ups, yeah, they have some level 4s, but I can't play it. Honestly, they're not that good for deck to begin with. Shockmaster is an insane card. It might actually be the most problematic of all the cards here. Simply because it's so easy to make and it's so devastating. But it's fine. It's only 4 cards in this balance pack. The meta can't use it without losing their vital resources. Going first, it's insane, but even then you can like Dark Ruler no more. Yeah, but like, does Dark Ruler no more like negate? I mean, I'm really not sure on the ruling. Balance pack, Mystic Mine is here. Wait, okay. So this should not be here. I think that there was a mistake. I think it's supposed to be here. Yeah. Now it becomes more bearable because like Neptune being with Mystic Mine doesn't do anything. Kaiser Colosseum and Spell Mining Cave, Mystic Mine also contradict one another, so they probably won't be in the same deck. I mean, you might want to stall your opponent out with Kaiser Colosseum, then use Mystic Mine, but like, but yeah, Mystic Mine is the one, and I also hit all the field spell searchers in different balance packs, as rightfully should. Personally, I think it's right. Even without Mystic Mine, like, drawing a field spell is really good. It's really generically good. So it has to be in a balance pack at least, in my opinion. And Topologic Gambler Dragon. This card just reads, please use me in an FTK. Like, yeah, like even if you don't have, if you have 16,000 life point, I don't want people to discard your opponent's hands. Like interacting with the cards that interact with your opponent's hands can be banned, like Neospatial Aqua Dolphin, Exchange, even something like a Pointer of the Lotus. Those cards are much more fair. Yeah, but Topologic Gambler Dragon is stupid. There are ways to make hand control cards more fair, I believe. And there are so many cards that like are legal that interacts with the hand but aren't, played because they're bad. Okay, balance pack Nature. Yeah, people are seriously considering playing Packertops. Packertops is still an insane card after all these years, Fishboard Blaster. This card doesn't have a once per turn, but like at least you have the discard, right? Like I am failing to see how you can like have infinite fodder for the discards. Like, yeah, this card doesn't have a once per turn, but like you have to discard a lot. It's fine, like freaking sprites can play it, but like it's level 1, so sprites might not play it. And Foolish Burial is an okay balanced card, and I also separated this card from tier elements. And maybe, I don't know, sprites might play it. And also this the Sky Striker package. They got they lost access to Mystic Mine and multi-roll. They lost access to multi-roll. Maybe I should have given them multi-roll back, but I don't know. Striker is a good deck. I have faith in them. And Smoke Grenade is for the Invulnerable players. And just like, you can like use Armory Arm, but it's separate from the Snatch Steal balance pack. So you can't just play Armory Arm, grab either Smoke Grenade or like Snatch Steal. You can like make something like that. And also, yeah, Butterfly Dagger Element is a really good card, but it's only good in Exodia specifically, unless you want to gain infinite life points. But like players might really like, yes, this card creates a very unfun situation where a player just activates this over and over again if they're trying to gain infinite life points. But like, it's fine. from a ruling perspective, it's an awful card, but like this isn't a Konami sanctioned real event. This is just something fun that I'm trying to do, and trying to show you that if you use this balance pack method, you can unban every single card, and you can technically use every single card in a balanced way. And also, yeah, Celine is here simply because I wanted to separate this from Tempest Magician. Tempest Magician, like, yeah, we have 16,000 life points, but I still think Tempest Magician Burn is really good. Tomahawk, this card is honestly kind of fair. It's relatively hard to make. Level sims are not very good. And it also has the good balancing mechanic. I mean, not that good, because you can like special summon as many Battle Eagle tokens with 2,000 attack, mind you. That's busted as hell. That's insanely good. But you can like damage your opponent, so at least that's fair, kind of. Yeah, like I think this card will be good, but it's not going to be like game breaking. I think this card is relatively fine. Balance pack order is a main balance pack. This card is just here because I wanted to like stop the Gemini OTKs permanently, but like yeah, it's fine. I gave the master plan and Spiral quick fixes here, so Spiral will probably use this balance pack, and also Spellbook of Judgment, so Spellbooks will probably use this card. I hit Kaleido Heart here. Yes, I did hit Telements really hard with this. And Telements will not choose this balance pack because Kid Colors is not in this balance pack. But generally, I think if you hit Kaleido Heart, Telements will be a very combo heavy deck that will play a lot in their turn, but their payoff will be way, way worse. Like, they can't just use Hounds on your turn and make Kaleido Heart to interrupt you and just summon this big boss monster on your turn before you set your board. Like, is supposed to stop Telements from doing this. Like, at least the best that Hounds and Telements can do is summon Dracostepelia on your turn, and I think that's more fair. Shooting Riser Dragon. This card is fine. I honestly kind of don't know why this card is banned. Like, this card is still going to free in the TCG recently. It's fine. This card's fine. Union Carrier is a really strong card. Maybe having a Union Carrier and Kaleido Heart in the same balance pack might actually make Telements choose this balance pack, but like, it's fine. This it's a really cool mechanic. You equip one monster to your card, to your monster from the deck, but it can effectively search out any monsters, so that's kind of problematic. It's fine. It doesn't lock out the game like some of the floodgates. It doesn't win you the game immediately like Magical Scientist does. So this card is fine. It will just be insanely good. Ultimate Offering is such a fair card. I also think this card could like come back to the TCG at 1 at least, because like, yeah, you can like summon all your monsters from your hand, but like, so what? Their decks are good because they like search out, like, gain you advantage and search out cards from your deck. This card is just a -1 and you just summon your monsters from your deck to hand. It just makes tribute decks actually good. That's cool. I like that. Balance pack piece. This is an 11 card. Tempest Magician is honestly like worthless if you like separate it from Celine. So yeah. And Appaloosa is a really good card. I don't want tier elements and meta decks to be using it. However, I did put the Adventure Engine here. So adventure players will probably play this balance pack. But at least they're locked into a balance pack and not playing fucking Part of Greed and Graceful. So at least thank me for that. But yeah, I think Adventure Engine isn't that meta anymore. Like, at the end of the day, it's still an engine. As a deck, it's kind of bad. Ancient Fairy Dragon. Yes, you can add any spells. Like, it's once per turn. Like, yeah, you can like destroy an Ancient Fairy Dragon, like making it again. But like, it's fine. It's fine. It's honestly fine. I don't think they can make it consistently. And even then, they're like investing so much in a 60 card deck, where your combos are much more inconsistent. Eclipse Wyvern is an insane card, but like you have to manage this card to use it, and it only adds it to your hand. So it's I actually think this card is also kind of power creep. Konami could actually like bring this card back, in my opinion. But yeah, just in case I was wrong, I am going to put it at 1, and it will be here. And Genexella Birdman, this card was used in some sort of FTK with Firewall. And also, yeah, Yaragrosa. And by the way, I'm not bringing back the cards that are already errated. I mean, maybe I will, just to see how it goes, but like, Konami did the job for me, so I really don't want to. Like, 1 FPS is just a really good card that lets you draw 1. Yeah. Card of Demise, this card's fine. Like, there's not any problem with it. I just want to people to choose Balance Pack Piece. This card was used to burn your opponent to share smithereens, but I think it's fine. We have 16,000 life points, and it's also restricted in the Balance Pack. Premature Burial, you can search it with Armory Arm, and then you can also loop it with Giant Trunade, but I separate this card from Giant Trunade. So this card is fine. I also kind of wondering why this card was even banned. Like, mostly because of Giant Trunade, but it's fine. I separate this card from Giant Trunade, and if people can abuse it, I really want to see it. Balance Pack Rest. Yeah, oh wait. Yeah, Peace and Rest, yeah. Balance Pack Rest. This is so stupid. I limited it to 1 simply because I want the freaking Fall of Albaz and the Branded Fusion decks to choose a specific balance pack, and the main balance pack, this balance pack specifically. And Sayuja Sculptor is here simply because we have so many like banned cards coming back, and there's also a lot of potential for loops to happen and long combos to happen. And Sculptor is just a card that just extends combos and makes them too long, so I had to hit it hard. And yeah, Astrograph Sorcerers here. If I really wanted Pendulum to be Tier 0 Metal like Triff Gaming, I probably should have. I really should have like put this at 3 or something like that, but it's still a really strong card. And I'm fine with Pendulums being a rogue deck. I'm trying to see how good it will be with Electromite and all these different cards, and what Pendulum players will choose, and then like combine all the good Pendulum cards, see how it goes. And yeah, and Drytron is still a really good deck. So yeah, I put Eva and Angel here so that the Drytron players choose an actual good kind of healthy balance, and not choose the other balance pack with Rongo or other cards like Graceful and Power of Greed and Vanities in it. True King Lephostion, the Terrible. This card is kind of cancerous, isn't it? This card is fine at 1. You can destroy your opponent's extra deck, but like I think in this form of a 30 card extra deck, they won't be able to destroy enough to have major impact. But there are like decks like Tearlaments that need Kit Kalos to function. So yeah, I think this card is very interesting, which is why I want is here. I think extra deck destruction is it's an interesting mechanic, but I don't think this card is like that good. Just Synchron, it's a good card. It's just here. I separate this card from Hulk. Magical Midbreaker Field. I honestly don't know how this card is used. You have to build your deck around this field spell. It's not that good. O-Line, I separate this card from Aurora Dawn and Hulky Vibrax. Yeah, this card is good. TCG brought it, I brought it. Nightmare Goblin. Fuck, this card that doesn't have a fucking once per turn, so like, if you can loop this card, you can do it over and over again. Like, it's fine. It's not the 1 copy. The balance packs, prevent meta decks from using this card, unless you're Drytron. Fuck, Drytron can use this. But like, it's fine. I also want to see Drytron use this Nightmare Goblin and do something for it. Cypher Frame Flame Lord Omega. This card's just good. It isn't really that cancerous card. It's just fine. A reason to choose Balance Pack Rest, I guess. Balance Pack Rivals. I just really don't like these 3 cards. Oppression, Anti-Spell, Rivalry. Just insane going first cards. I really don't want going first cards to be insane. It's too insane for its own good. Balance Pack Secret. Okay, the Judgment Hate is really dumb, But hear me out. Mystic Mind players can't play Solemn Judgment. I mean, they'll just play other Solemns, but like they can't play Judgment specifically. And that Judgment, if you look at the best Mystic Mind decks, it still use Judgment. And overall, this card is just so old and so good. It was available at the start of the inception of Yu-Gi-Oh! And it's still really good now to this day. So like, I want to hit it. Losing 8,000 life points to play this card is kind of interesting, for not gonna lie. Jackalope, I don't want tier to be on Dangers. Since Dangers themselves are, individually very strong cards, I just like separate them like 7 Chaos Emeralds, separate them all into different battle specs. Morphing Jar, separated this from Cyber Jar so they can't play Empty Jar, but yeah, that's all about it. Red Reboot, this card got banned. Maybe rightly so, but it's fine. It's fine if it's in a balanced pack, okay? Like, none of these decks are meta. Okay, maybe they can play Sprite Elf, but like, Sprite might not be the most meta thing, simply because I hit so much. Like, if you're choosing this balanced pack, you can't play Gigantic, you can play Swap Rock, you can play, you can play everything else. So I guess Sprite does have, a red reboot. It's fine. Like, at least it's one turn. Since it's only one turn, like, Sprite can kill you in a single turn, so you can actually use the goddamn trap that was set on your field. I don't think that red reboot, in all honesty, is that much of a cancerous card. If anything, it's the fact that the TCG only has 8,000 life points and the combos are so strong that you die. Like, if you put red reboot in a GOAT format, it won't be that great, because the GOAT formats last long and go for several turns that, negating all trap effects during a single turn is not good enough. Which is why I don't want to ban this. Like, our format is so different from TCG, you have to be like, think about this stuff. Also, it's kind of like a good going second card. Like, it's a board breaker, it's weird. You can activate this card from your hand by paying half your life points. And so in a way, it can be like used as a board breaker to stop some of the floodgates and some of the other interruption cards, I guess. And even if you like do interrupt, you're playing a full trap deck, like, you won't die. Hopefully, it's just trying to play a pure trap deck in itself is kind of a copium. Honestly, like, no, people don't complain about there not being a complete like 60 card, like 40 card entirely monster decks, okay? So I think this card is fine. Like, chicken fight game is honestly fine, so long as you're not looping with other shit. I kind of forget about its loop. It's in a separate band pack from Ancient Fairy Dragon, so I think it's fine. But even if there is some other cards that loop this shit, I'll probably limit that card on another balance pack. So this card is fine. This card is honestly just fine. Brilliant Fusion is honestly insane, but I kind of want to see it. Gemites do something, I guess. It will be very interesting to see Gemite fusions going all out in this modern meta. This card's been banned and it's been so long. Bright F, insane card, obviously. Maybe Sprites might play it. Like, if Sprites chooses pack, which they very well could, they could play a Jackalope, Splight Elf, Red Reboot, Chicken Game, maybe. But still, Chicken Game all on its own. It's just nothing but a upstart. It's almost like a worst upstart goblin. And Brilliant Fusion, you can like combine Splight with Brilliant Fusion, I guess. It still seems very copium to me. Okay, the Winda hit is me being biased, I guess. Winda was not exactly meta, but I still want to hit it because it just ends games on its own, and I don't want games to end quickly. So I just don't want tier limits to be like make Winda during the opponent's turn of Kid Kalos. Yes, you have to play Shoutouts. Yes, the Shadow monsters kind of suck ass, but like, it's almost like an FTK in a way. Houndess mills the Shadow monsters. You can easily make Winda during your opponent's turn and just cuck them out of the game and just win entirely. I really don't want that. Like Hounds interrupting is fine, but in order for Hounds to exist and not ban Hounds, I have to make the Hounds targets and the fusion targets less good. So yeah, that's at least my reasoning, because after hitting the Collider Heart, Winnow is a possible boss monster for Tearlaments. Topology Bomber Dragon is here solely because I want to separate this from Snow. That's about it. And also some Sarah Lotus. This card's really good on its own. It's still really, really good. Balance Pack, Soul Charge, Mirage and Nightmare. Different dimension. I really don't want meta decks to be playable. If people are going to play this, I really want this to be jank. But you can play these cards, all these cards in your deck, and it still might really be good. Honestly, Balance Spec Vanity, it is insane. Unicorn is such an insane card. At least it's hard once per turn, but boy, it's so hard to out. Yeah, Pendulums, I want them to be good, but I don't want them to be good by abusing Kirin. Because, hard to out boss monsters. This motherfucker isn't even a boss monster, it's so easy to summon. And Vanity's Emptiness, Dijin, Level Eater, such cancerous cards. But at least, Level Eater and Vanities kind of conflict with one another. Jin, I really wish Tritron doesn't use this card and stick to Eva and Benten build. I really don't want them to make Jin builds, which they can, but if they try to do that, just hit Tritron even harder, I guess, and force them into their own balance spec with Benten and Eva. Yeah, this card is just cancers. Various Emptiness just wins you games. Jin wins you games on its own. It just ends the game. And it's also such a brain dead card. You just use it and win. Economy just in order to make this game good, should honestly hit the brain dead cards. Yes, I know there are people who are casuals, people who are not that good at the game, who want to win easily. But those people can still play the game, because I learned how to play Tearlaments very easily. In all honesty, I just watched a few gameplay footage. I tested out online. If people just stop being so closed, they can learn fun combo and control decks that require skill. And even then, it's you learning how to play the game and you mastering a deck is so different. I know how to play Tearlaments. I played Tearlaments, but I don't think I mastered that deck at all. But I think that's fine. I think that's fun. It's kind of why people should also play fighting games and just not use it's so hard as an excuse, because you can fight. You can fight in a midway. My fighting game experience is certain way of character usage is very mid. My Yu-Gi-Oh TCG certain deck piloting abilities are very mid, but it's fine. You can still be mid and have fun. I just don't want people to do brain dead stuff and encourage meta decks and meta players to do brain dead stuff and win. I don't want that. VFD. Oh boy, Virtual World is coming because they have confiscation and card of safe return. Maybe putting this with VFD was a mistake, but Virtual World currently is not that great. After VFD ban, and none of the new cards, new archetypes, really support Virtual World. So, So I don't think it's very good. I mean, hey, if we are Virtual World players, if they can contest all the meta cards with the true King of all calamities and card of safe return and confiscation, then good for them, I guess. If it really comes down to it, I can put Virtual World cards on different balance pack, so they will be forced to use a different balance pack. But I don't think that's very necessary. Virtual World is not very good. Balance pack War, the balance pack where Kid Kalos and Curious is here, and also Eve is here. I'm really afraid that giving Eve to Tearlaments might actually be a mistake. But it will be a really fun way to do it. Tiltment for Tiltment World Challenge deck, it might be fun. But who knows? This card was banned in 2020, and this card doesn't do anything cancer. It's just a really, really, really good card that gives you so much advantage. So if a Tiltment World Challenge deck comes up, I will be happy. Tiltment still lost a lot of stuff, so it gaining IP in its return should be okay, I think. And even then, you don't want your World Chalice bricks to, you don't want to mill your World Chalice bricks. That's kind of, Slash Draw, it's kind of cool, honestly. I don't know why this card is even banned. If there's anything like a way to make Slash Draw FTK consistently, I will ban it. But in a 60 card deck, if you make a Slash Draw consistent, I want to really see that. And then I'll probably hit the cards, limit the cards in a different balance pack. Dragonic Diagram. Yeah, it's for True Dracos. Yeah, this is also a True Draco set. Masterpiece is the card that's hard to out. Yeah, I think it's much less cancerous than Masterpiece, because at least you can out it. But it's almost as good as Masterpiece, bro. I also might really want to put just Masterpiece in this pack, see how it goes. Because only but it's so generic. Masterpiece is kind of generic too. At least you can take one True Draco or True King continuous spell trap from your deck. So at least it's locked really well into in its own archetype. So this card is much more fair in my opinion. Blaster is here. Blaster is good. It's not good in this balance pack, but Dragon Link might play it. I don't think it's very good, but we'll see. But I also think Dragon Link's Dragon rules are also very fair cards. They have hard ones per turns each, and people still some people still look back very fondly to the Dragon Ruler format because it's very skill intensive. So maybe, oh shit, why did I think about this? I could put this in a, yeah, I actually did think about this. I could put this in a Tearlament deck, but the issue is that I have to play dragons also, and fire maybe also, so it's kind of hard to do. And yeah, Prankets Meow is also here. This card's fine, this card's just good. I also want Prankets to enter back into the format, see how it goes. Fight against Tearlaments if it can fight against it. It will be fine if I can find a way to balance it right and Tearlament, Sprites, Tri-Brigade, Flu, all these decks being equal in power and playing against one another. I really playing a diverse diverse format is really fun. Genuinely. Balance Pack Water. Shinoko is a card. Magical Explosion is very funny. But I don't know, maybe you can combine all the burn cards with this. Samsara Lotus is fine, honestly. This card is just here because of Topology Bomber. I separated it from them, so it should be fine. But it's still a really good card. I also separated this from Lonefire Blossom, so it's really fine. Last turn, Victory Dragon, Ruling Reasons. But we don't have to worry about rulings because we're going to be playing this format in EdoPro. Blackwing Steam the Cloak is a really good card on its own, but I did separate this from Hulk, so it's fine. And Metamorphosis is also a really good card. I actually think this card is worse off than Instant Fusion. This card could come back to 1. But it's an insane card. We are talking about Instant Fusion being banned, so this card coming back will just be good. But considering that I limited all the insane fusion cards, it should be fine. I limited Winda and stuff like that. And also, this card in this balance pack there is no fusion card, so I think this card is really alright. So long as what you're getting out of this card isn't that insane, it should be fine. Microcosmos, it's a tech against Tearlaments, but I don't like Floodgates in all honesty. The Shifter is a card that it is a Floodgate, but it's a Floodgate that goes away after a few turns, and you might actually the games might actually last for a couple of turns because of 16,000 life point and 60 card deck format. So trying to bring back those good old days of back and forth Yu-Gi-Oh that last long, and lots of back and forth happens. I want to bring that back, but with modern combos and complexity. Totally Awesome is an insane card, but I think it's much harder to do because I separated this from Swap Frogs. I separated this card from. I guess you can make this card with Ronin Totem. Ronin is still here. Yeah, you can make this card with Ronin, but it's going to be hard, I suppose. But you can just jam 3 Ronin Totems and play, I guess. Hyper Librarian is a good card. It doesn't have it once per turn, so it's absolutely insane. And Synchrons can go insane too. But yeah, it's in a balanced pack, so it's fine. But it's always hard to you have to dedicate your entire strategy to Synchros. I also almost consider Synchros to be rogue. It definitely can go crazy. But yeah, I think this card's fine. It's still a really fun card. If you can manage to pull off all those special synchro summons. It's still really hard to do. And it still takes quite a lot of skill. And yeah, Balance Spec Wind. Nessie is here, Glow Up Bulb is here. I separated Nessie and Glow Up from Danger, Hulk, and other stuff. Scythe is also here. I separated Scythe from Fusion Destiny. So it's kind of hard to pop your own card. I also was sane enough to separate this from Heavy Storm. Destrudo is also here. I also separate this from Tier Elements. Monster Reborn Reinforcement. I also separate this from Tier Elements. Self-destruct button. It's just here for ruling reasons. But it's still a very fun card. You can actually make self-destruct button activate this card more easily because we have 16,000 life points. So trying to make these gaps is also very easy, but it's just an annoying troll card. But yeah, it's fun. It's just fun to troll your friends, I guess. Link Cross is a really good card, but it's just a good card. If you separate this card from the meta, it just can't do. It's just a good card that supports casual play, casual decks. Hopefully, Zixel. From all these cards, I also think Substitute could easily come back, but I didn't hit Ronin Totem. If I hit Ronin Totem, I could substitute in a different balance pack, in the main balance pack. But here's the thing: you can't play infinitely summon Ronin Totem back with substitute, since I didn't hit Ronin at all. But there aren't any cards like Mass Driver in here, so maybe you can't do it. Also, did I just put the Lunkido? Maybe I did not. The Lunkido is here, and Thunder Dragon Colossus is such a cancerous card. Holy shit! Thunder Dragon is a generic card. You can activate it to get 2 Thunder Dragon, so you can very easily use Fusion. Fusion summon this card. Any deck can do it. You can also use Thunder Dragon Fusion to summon this card. This is just a piece of shit card. It should be along here of Utopic Zixel. There are some people who are waiting for Zixel to come off the balance, but my god, this card is so balanced. Cancers, I really don't want Konami to bring this card back. And holy shit, and here's the unlimits. Exodia. Yeah, trying to reach your Exodia in a 60 card deck. Copium I would say. And Malicious is just fine. If Tier Elements use Malicious, fine by me. This card is so old. How is summoning one Disney Hero Malicious broken? You have to be playing this card and risk drawing into them. This card is bad. Change of Heart is a healthy card. It's not an equipped card, so you can't use something like Armory Arm. And this is a normal spell card. I don't think there's. I did bring an anime card called Spell Sanctuary, which allows you to activate spell cards during your opponent's turn. But your opponent also can do that. But the card's not that great, so I think it's fine. Second Sight is funny because I really want to see entire monster deck that plays entire monsters. So, and if you know, if it becomes a second slide deck becomes good, instead of hitting the second slides, I also want to hit the monsters. So yeah, second slide deck, it might be a thing. Mind control is just the worst version of Change of Heart. Final Countdown is such an unfair hit. Mystic Mine is a problem. Like, Final Countdown is such an fair card. You have to pay 20 life points, and after 20, if you last in modern Yu-Gi-Oh, if you last manage to survive for 20 turns, you deserve to win. You know, unless you're trying to use Mystic Mine, but like, fuck Mystic Mine, dog. And Trickster Light Stage, you know, it's a fine card. It just gives, you can add, I really want, yes, you know, you can inflict battle damage to your opponent, and you can like set your opponent card, make it unusable. That's kind of like, could potentially be really strong, but like, I really just want to support Trickstars in all honesty. That's about it. And Time Seal, Wall of Revealing Light. You know, I'm doing very similar stuff to TCG. Fun fact, I did unlimit these cards before TCG did it. So yeah, TCG and I, like, you know, we are thinking alike. But like, these are some obvious shit, man. This card should have come back ages ago. That's about it. I managed to bring all the banned cards. I hope this will make for a very interesting format. And I hope you guys use the link in the description to join the Discord and play this format, because it's so fun. And I'm so interested in seeing this format develop and people playing rather jank ass decks. Hope you all enjoyed the video and this discussion, and I hope this was very educational